Hello and welcome to Talking Truth Podcasts. My name is Pastor Mike Kager, and in these podcasts we're going to be taking a few verses, maybe one or two from the Bible, and just really getting as much juice out of them as we can, and looking how we can apply them to our lives. So let's dig in. We are going to take the next two descriptions, components of love, and work on them together because they kind of tie together, even though they're two different words. It says love does not boast. It is not arrogant. So what does that mean? What do those two words mean? Well, love does not boast. It does not brag. That's to boast about oneself. To inflate, in essence, your own ego, what you're doing. And is not arrogant is similar. It's to inflate, to blow up, to cause to swell up, to puff up, to make proud. So you're boasting in one sense, so you're talking about yourself and how great and awesome you are. And what that does is it can inflate and blow up and cause to swell your own pride. So two different words, but overlapping meanings. And one thing God's love does not do is boast about ourselves. It doesn't build ourselves up. It builds others up and builds God up. Because God is the only one who deserves that praise and glory and honor. And we see that all around in our world today, where people are seeking to be the center of attention, where they build themselves up, where they inflate their own egos. And really, it's all about them. And that is one of the problems we see in the Bible from the beginning of time, is so often we can become the center of life. We think everything revolves around us. And love tells us it doesn't. It never has. We are the recipients of God's love and God's grace. And our love is not to be boastful. It's not to be arrogant. It's not to inflate ourselves, but it is to inflate God. And it was a problem back in the Corinthian church, where we can take credit for things that really aren't our credit to take. Whether it's our gifts or talents or something someone else has done and we get noticed for it. The boastful and arrogant pride takes all the credit. It says, yeah, that was me. I did that. Yeah, that was my gifting. That was my idea. But godly love deflects it and says, no, that was someone else's idea. No, that was someone else who did that. That wasn't me. Love seeks to deflect and give glory to others who it actually was, instead of take the credit themselves if it wasn't them. It helps with that superiority complex we can often fall into, thinking, again, it's all about me. Love doesn't talk about itself. Love lets their life of integrity and character speak for itself, and lets their actions do the talking as well. Because godly love doesn't need to do that, because people see it. They see the genuineness and authenticity of God's love in us. And instead of seeking to be the center of attention and having people look at us and want to notice us and inflating ourselves by our words and actions, being sure people know it was us, godly love, you're just yourself, who God created you to be with your personality and gifts. And you let your personality, your gifts, who you are, who you really are, speak and live for itself, and people see that authenticity and genuineness. Because love of this world seeks the total opposite. Look at me, inflate my ego, make me feel good. Godly love does not seek that. It seeks serving, it seeks loving, it seeks inflating God and pointing to Him and to others instead of ourselves. And that's the truth. So in your life this week, think about that. What areas of your life do you just need to let speak for itself instead of tell people how great you are? Because there's nothing wrong with getting a word of encouragement or having someone say something because of something you've done. We need that. But we don't seek it ourselves. We let it happen, and it will if we are authentic and genuine in how we love, instead of seeking to build ourselves up and inflate our own egos. God does it because He loves us, and we see others do it because they love us, and we need those words of appreciation. But it's totally different when we receive it instead of force it or give it ourselves at times. Love does not boast, and it is not arrogant. And that's the truth.